Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. We're going to be doing a makeup tutorial where I use the brand Glisten Cosmetics. So I purchased quite a few things from them. I have 3 of their split liner palettes. So I used 2 of the split liner palettes and then this gold wet liner in golden to do this look. So I feature all of the liners that I picked up. I would say that out of all of the eyeliners that I used today, the white performed the worst, and then the metallic wet liners, they need more water to activate than the regular ones for whatever reason. I noticed that this needed a lot more sprays in order for it to get to that wet activated state where I could apply it, but it applied beautifully. Like I said, the liners that perform the worst have to be the ones on the lighter side, so the yellow and the white. But yeah, I would say the white was way worse than the yellow. The neon yellow was actually pretty impressive. I mean, honestly, it's a water activated neon yellow and I think it did its thing. So if you want to see how I created this look and you want to see how the eyeliners perform, then just keep on watching and we'll get right into it. So I wanted to go ahead and get in some good product shots of the various split liner palettes. This is the palette by Hollifer. This split liner palette is designed by Nightmaring. Finally, this is the split liner palette designed by Pinkish Piandle. This is the first metallic shade in golden. As I said, I love the way the metallics perform, so if I had to choose some liners from the brand to recommend, I recommend that you pick up some of the metallics. This next metallic is in the shade Asteroid. And then this last metallic is in the shade Bewitch. The last liner I picked up is this little split liner that's a duo in Olive Tree. Here I'm getting started by applying the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer to my face. I'm starting off on a freshly washed face and I have moisturizer on, but it's a light moisturizer. It's the La Roche-Posay Lipicare Moisturizing Cream, so I recommend that you start with a clean moisturized face to get the best result. I'm concealing my eyelid in the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in shade Medium Neutral to get it ready for the eyeshadow. I'm using my Holy Grail sponge by Real Techniques to blend out the concealer. Prep is key, especially when you're working with something like a water activated liner. So just make sure that you're setting your eyes very well so that you're not lifting your foundation and muddying up the eyeliner color. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Loose Setting Powder in 612, which is translucent light medium. Bear with me a moment while I let my needy cat in. I'm using the ABH Norvina palette number 3, and I'm taking the shade B4 and densely packing that on my lid. So I wanted to see how the eyeliners performed over shadow, because that's the best way to test the opacity of water activated liners. So yep, just this one color is all we're gonna be using for this look. Go ahead and pack it on or something similar, and we'll get ready for the next step. Don't mind me here, I'm stopping my cat Bandit from eating my philodendron orange prince. You know, I think his name really suits him. Funny story, we call him Bandit because his first night in the house, he stole somebody else's treats. So, yep, that's just Bandit doing what Bandit does. So the medium that you use to activate these, as I've said, is water. So I have my little spray bottle with me handy here. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the palettes that I think I'm gonna be working with. And you know, I'm gonna give this the water opportunity to sit. And this is actually how you would clean the palettes too. I'm sure you noticed when I wet it, some of the color came up. But they're super pigmented. I mean, I just blotted it to pick up the color that was pooling, and it colored the napkin. So I'm zooming you in so you can see what I'm doing better. I'm getting started by applying that white liner to the inner corner of my eye, and I'm creating a reverse cat eye. I'm going in with the neon yellow now from that same eyeliner palette. The next color I'm using is this hot orange. Here I'm going in with the neon pink. And you can see me constantly turning my head back and forth to check what it looks like in the mirror. The most important thing when you're doing graphic liner is symmetry, so take your time and measure both sides against each other. I'm going in with the turquoise blue from another split liner palette. I left all the clips of me doing the liner look in real time. So the white eyeliner was not fully opaque in one coat, so I ended up going back in with a second coat over the white and also the neon yellow. I'm doing my winged eyeliner with the metallic eyeliner in the shade Golden. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the metallic eyeliners are a little bit drier than the regular ones, so you can just see me here reactivating the liner so that I can finish the look. Out of all of the colors that I've tried from the bunch, I feel like the metallic ones performed the best, and then the pink and blue eyeliners performed well too. I'm applying the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in Honey Beige N6. I'm going in with the same e.l.f. Camo concealer shade from earlier and concealing my under eye, above my lip, my chin, and then the center of my forehead. Here I'm setting with the same L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder in 612 from earlier. I'm applying the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in the shade Deep 4. I pinch the brush when I'm initially applying the product just to get a more precise application, and then I unpinch it whenever I go to diffuse the product. I find that allows me to keep my face from muddying, and I really don't have to do all that much work whenever I go to add the blush and the highlighter. Everything just blends seamlessly for me. So I don't normally contour my nose. I'm using a small dome brush to do so, and I just feel like I wanted to bring the shape back to my nose, especially with such a graphic eyeliner look, but not using too much product, not doing anything too crazy, just gently dipping into that bronzing powder and dusting it down the side of my nose. I was jamming out to Better by Khaled, but I can't let you hear my YouTube playlist because, you know, copyright restrictions, so you're just gonna have to use your imagination. Now we're gonna go ahead and apply blush. I'm using this beautiful ColourPop blush in the shade Toffee Cake. When I'm applying blush, I blend it all the way up into my cheekbone, and then I use the residual product on my face sponge just to diffuse the beginning of where I applied the product, and I find that this gives me the best blend. This is the J-Cat Beauty You Glow Girl Highlighter in Twilight, and we already know how I feel about these J-Cat Beauty highlighters. The Pink Goddess shade is my holy grail highlight, so if you haven't tried these yet, I highly recommend. They're drugstore highlighters, and you can't beat the quality or the price point. Unfortunately, you can't just walk into like Walgreens or Walmart's usually and find J-Cat, but if you go directly to their website, their whole product range is always available, and they do have sales going on their website, so I would check them out. I'm filling in my eyebrows with the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Brunette. If you struggle with the symmetry of your eyebrows when you're filling them in, then you can always use a makeup brush as your guide and then check the symmetry from arch to arch. from the start of your eyebrow to the other start of your eyebrow, and then from the tail of one eyebrow to the other. So my camera's fake and she always cuts off on me without making any noise, but I went ahead and applied the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Ziggy all over my lips, and then I used a slightly lighter lippy stick in the shade Hotline on the center. Here I'm applying mascara. This is the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara. It's not my favorite, but it's waterproof and it's black. I do 2 coats on the upper and 1 coat on my lower lash. So I'm going to use this blank space that I have to insert a positive affirmation. So you are loved, you are valuable, and your life serves a purpose. And I just want you to know that I'm happy that you exist and your existence has meaning. So I hope that this week you're taking advantage of all the opportunities in front of you. And yeah, just trust yourself and take a chance on yourself. Oftentimes we can get in our own heads and stop ourselves from trying something new, but I just want to encourage you to go for it. If there's anything that you've been thinking about doing, starting, but you've been hesitating, just start. I mean, nobody's the best at anything when they start, but you have to start somewhere. And I know nobody likes to talk about when they're bad at things, but I promise you, just be appreciative of every moment and it gets better. The journey gets easier, you get better at things, and yeah, progression is a beautiful thing. So if you're still here with me and you made it to the end of this long video, then comment below what your favorite makeup product is and why. I would love to know. Here I'm just taking down the back of my hair. After I style my hair, if I'm wearing like a half up, half down or anything like that, I tend to stretch it just so I can get a little bit more length out of the hair in the back. So this is a finished look. I hope that you enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed creating it. As I said, this was a freestyle liner look. I'll probably make a whole graphic eyeliner series on my channel, so stay tuned for some more videos like this one. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and join the family if you haven't already. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one.